Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am How Am I, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my story as a photographer. I'm gonna condense it because it's long, but I'm gonna condense it. I'm not gonna make a long video. Okay, so first of all, my name is Halamaya. I am 25 and I live in the DMV area. So, the first thing I want to talk about is how I got started in photography. So, I started in 2011, 2012 in high school. And my grandmother got me a little point and shoot. I think it was a Kodak. I can't really remember, but I just got it, was shooting everybody, just all over the place. And then the following year, like my senior year of high school, I got a lot of money for Christmas, and I asked my mother if we can go get a real camera because I wanted to learn how to shoot. Now, surprisingly, I don't remember my very first camera. I know it was a Canon, but I just cannot remember the type of camera. But from then, I used that camera. I shot and I shot and I shot. Then I had gotten a T3i, I believe my sophomore year of college. So by the time I got to college, I wasn't originally a photo major. I went to the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. It's in Maryland. I was a history major, and then like right after that first fall semester, I was like, I don't want to be a history major. And I found out that they had a photography major, and I did not know. So I said, shoot, well, I want to do this. If I'm going to be in school, let me be here for something I actually want to do. So I switched my majors, and I started, so like my second semester, I started my second semester of my freshman year. So after that, first thing you learn in that particular photography program is analog photography, darkroom, how to work, film cameras, all of that. So, which is really a lot of fun. I miss it, and I actually wish I can go back to it because I really loved it. But that's like the first 2 years. In your last 2 years in school, you focus more on digital photography, the commercial side of photography, and when we say commercial, like we go into portraiture, we go into food photography, we go into editorials, staging, how to write contracts, how to pose models, and all of the very technical things of photography. I feel like I learned the actual art of photography. I don't think came until my senior year. The summer before senior year, I interned in Baltimore for Roy Cox Studio in Baltimore. He's an incredible photographer, and then I really learned from him that summer the art of photography and how to shoot people and be more of a people person when you're shooting, and learn how to edit in Lightroom and Photoshop. And I really learned like the art of photography. I feel like in that ending of college, I really got into the gist of being a photographer, and that's when I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do for a living. I made up my mind. I put money away, and I eventually bought a Canon ESO T6i, which is what I still shoot today. That was 2011. No, this is 2015 going into 2016. So now you're going to know why I still have a Canon T6i. You would think I would have more, but I don't. And I'm gonna explain why. So that summer while I was interning, I was flat broke. Okay, I couldn't find a summer job, nothing. I was having a hard time trying to make money, and all I did was go to the internship, and I learned and I gained a lot, but I didn't have any money. I was broke, so the fear of not having any money really became bigger than me kind of realizing my dreams and following my dreams and just shoot, girl. You got a camera, go outside, shoot. I didn't think like that. I was like, I need money because I had just started driving. I was driving the my parents' van, and I didn't have any gas. And my parents was like, you better find a job. I'm not giving you any gas money. So like when I tell you, like, I spent most of that summer worried about not having a job and not having money, that I didn't really enjoy and appreciate the internship as much as I probably should. I still did, and I learned so much, but I feel like my mind wasn't all the way there. Going into my senior year, oh, and by the way, I shot for the school yearbook, so I was still shooting along with being a photography major. So senior year, I'm getting better at photography. I've been practicing. I've gotten all these techniques from the internship, and you can see in my work that I was progressing and getting better. And even like during graduation and stuff, I did almost like a lot. I did a lot of graduation shoots on campus. This was the problem. My parents are very traditional. My dad is African. He's from Sierra Leone, and my mom is from New York. She's American. Um, so my father, he's like, what is art? What is photography? You should have studied to become a doctor or a lawyer or something that could make you money. Like this art thing, he thought I was joking when I said I switched my majors until like graduation came along. He's like, what? But that's a whole different story. Anyway, my mom was a little bit more supportive, and my dad, he did not like that. So, that transition from graduating and then being into the real world was very tough for me, especially still living at home, because my father was on my ass every day. You need to find a job. That's why you should have did another major. Like I had to hear that every day for what, 2 3 years, and every month go by, every year go by. I'll see it's been this time, and you still don't have a job. Da, da, da. Mind you, I was working 2 to 3 jobs at a time. Like I would be gone before my parents woke up, and come back in while they're asleep. And he always made me feel really bad every day, and it got so bad to the point my father made me feel so guilty, where I completely put down my camera for about a year and a half. I completely put it down because it got to me. My father just got really in my head, and I just focused on finding a job and putting money away so I can move out. Like I had no choice but to move out after a while, because my father has gotten so toxic. And I mean, I love my dad and everything, but some of us just aren't as fortunate to stay at home as long as we like to, while we kind of figure it out and figure out what we want to do. Some of us gotta go. Some of us just has to go. When I told my friends, I'm putting money away to move out, everyone said, "Oh my God, why don't you stay with your parents as long as you can? You need to, build your money." Da, da, da. And I'm like, I'm saving money now, but I don't have the same luxury as you, as your parents are supporting you and they support what you want to do and they're behind you. I don't have that luxury all the way. And my mom's supportive. My dad, he kind of came around. He's coming around now, but I didn't have that luxury back then to just do what I wanted. I was working 3 jobs. I was working at Life Touch like from 5 a.m. to 12. I was working at a grocery store from like 2 to 10:30, and then on Tuesdays I was off from the grocery store, and then I had another part-time job working as an after-school activity person all the way in Baltimore. So I was everywhere, like literally everywhere. Long story short, I had to put my camera down for about a year and a half because I worked and I saved money to get into an apartment, which is where I am now. One of my goals was to move out before I turned 25, and I did it. I turned 25 in December, and I actually moved out in that October, so I did pretty good. Living on my own is great. We can talk about that another time. But now I've really gotten into, and I've gotten this drive to get back into my photography, work hard at it, and continue to perfect my craft. I'm literally starting where I left off, which was almost 2 years ago. And I do feel behind. I do feel like, I feel a little insecure because, like, dang, I wasted so much time. I could have been so much better. I could have had all this equipment and stuff, but I feel like I had to go through some things to really realize that yes, this is my dream and this is what I want to do. And now that I am focused, I can do what I want to do without having someone breathing down my back. So yes, I'm starting where I left off. It is not easy, but last couple of months I was in 3 art shows. I did Raw Artists DC. I did 2 shows in Baltimore for Creative Alliance. Got third place in one of the shows, which I was really happy about. I've been shooting nonstop. I've been practicing, collaborating with people, and I've been doing a lot more paid shoots. So, I'm just, the ball is just now starting to roll. I've been editing and practicing my editing and just really practicing my skill, period. So, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm just happy that I'm able to continue my dream. Yes, I'm still working a 9 to 5 because, I have to pay for the apartment and I'm not booking enough to, not have to work a 9 to 5 yet. But we're going to get there. That is the goal this year, is to continue to grind on my dream, work on my dream as being a photographer. I want to be a photographer for a living, and it's going to happen. I just got to keep working. I just have to keep working. There's just no way out of it. And I'm excited for the journey. I'm excited to continue to work with people. And I'm just excited. I sometimes I feel down and out and a little insecure because it's like, damn, all these other people that I know that are photographers, and just kind of being on social media just really fucks you up. Messes you up sometimes. But I have to learn how to not compare myself to others, especially because you don't know what other people are going through. You can't compare your problems to someone else because you don't really know what they had to go through or what they had to sacrifice. Some things they sacrifice that you may not be able to sacrifice. Some things you may not be able to give up to get in what you want. So, with that being said, I am just happy and I'm proud of myself for stepping out of my comfort zone. And I'm starting a YouTube because I really want to document my journey into becoming a better photographer. Since I had to put my camera down, I want to mention, since I haven't bought any new equipment, new camera, nothing. So I'm going to put money away to buy new equipment, new lens, brand new spanking camera, and new lights. I have backdrops, I have lights, but I need better lights. But until then, I think because I am basically picking up where I left off, I need to master what I have now and then go on to the next step. So I don't want to just be like, oh, let me get the most expensive camera on the market. No, I'm going to work with my little T6i that I still have, and I'm going to make sure I master it. I'm one at a time, baby steps. I like my job, but I don't think it is something I see myself doing 10, 20 years. You know what I mean? I don't see it for myself. I see myself traveling the world being a photographer, whether I'm a humanitarian photographer, a fashion photographer, whatever I'm doing, it includes photography. And my camera is going to take me around the world. And I believe in myself more than ever. Literally, I believe in myself more than ever. That's my little story. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully I've inspired someone else to follow their dreams. I don't know. We all have our own paths. We're all working, and no matter what you're doing, if you have to work a few jobs to get the things that you need to get done, then do it. Don't just leave yourself ass out. Keep good people in your corner. Be positive and believe in yourself. We are manifesting this year, guys. We are manifesting our dreams and our goals, and we're going to make things happen. We're going to put in the work for it. I believe myself, and I hope you do too. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me. I hope I have inspired you guys. And please go to my website at www.howamaya.com. Follow my Instagram at 8howamaya photography. Let me know what you think. I will be shooting and uploading more. I will get better at this YouTube game because it's not as easy as I thought it was. Thank you again. I appreciate it, and I see you next time.